And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the level 68 Alchemist quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here, just outside the Eregiel's burial chamber, or the Thaumaturgist Guild, in Ul'dah Steppes of Nald at 8:12. So let's talk to Grinfar. So the quest is called No Sin Unpunished. So Grinfar awaits you with news at Eralig's burial chamber. So, sorry for the wait, my friend. Thanks to your little gift, I heard what I needed from Mumupo. I'll tell all as soon as some old friends of mine arrive. One second. So these two are Pokpo Kuli and Sisuruka, the sons of Aminija and Sons Mineral Concern, and the old friends of mine. It was they who arranged to meet with Mumupo. Different coloured eyes. That's weird. So before I tell you what Mumupo spoke of Heartstrike, I must tell you of our crime. The unforgivable crime that denied a young lady a happy life. So it was 15 years past. The leaders of Ul'dah were weak in the face of Garlean threat. And so Nella Fresna and we had rebellion in our hearts. One day, with the small folk behind us, we meant to take to the Syndicate a proposal of early and open war with the Empire. To lend our movement weight, we orchestrated a riot within the city centre. So there was a festival, a parade, and a beast, bound and shackled. The plan was set to loose, so that we could then bring it back under control. Grenfar and Nail's friends would become heroes of the people, and use the influence to lead the uprising. It was folly. Our plan failed. Once unleashed, the monster could not be brought to heel. It ran rampant, and in doing so killed Asila's father, Warburton. By our misguided hands, the only family that child had left was taken from her. But you raised her as your own after that. You did all you could do to make things right. Not like me. I took the Craven's route. I ran. So no matter what good may come of the rest of my days, it will never undo that day. I must live with it, and I will. I will carry what burden for me and for Nails for Fresna, sorry. This wrong with ours and ours alone. Will not ask and expect you to understand. It is enough that you seek out Heartstrike for your own reasons. But where our interests are the same, we'd like to help. Sisuruka, tell her. As a Garlean spy loyal to the Alamegan resistance, Warburton learned of a threat to Ul'dah far more menacing than the Empire. Looking back, we can only assume it was Dalamud and what it contained. Never did we imagine such a horror. We thought only to use the idea of a threat to stir the people to rebellion, to drive them to favour war with the Empire. But Warburton died, and with him whatever knowledge he had, and so we could not say for sure what the threat to Ul'dah was. Even so, Neil Fresna would not relent. He conspired with Mumupo to make use of Heartstrike. No doubt he meant to revive Warburton and hear from him what he knew. But before he could, the Syndicate took action. They sought to stop the uprising that wanted war with the Empire, and did so by having Assassins of Death embrace murder Nail Fresna. Momopo came across his remains and thought it was a perfect chance to test Heartstrike for his own ends. That's how Nail Fresna became his first subject. Needless to say, Nelfresna did not rise from the dead. Heartstrike's powers were no longer great enough to work such miracles. There is likely a similar story behind the corpse of the young lady you found. After Mumiko incurred the wrath of the Sultana and was dismissed from the Order of Nardval and imprisoned, Heartstrike was returned to its original keeper, Lord Lolorito. It was then that I stole into Lord Lolorito's estate and made off with Heartstrike. But as we said, its power had already waned. I swear by the gods, I threw the bloody thing into Soot Creek to be done with it. If someone did use it on this girl, they must have fished it up from there. Beyond any magical powers, Heartstrike is worth a pretty gill, simply as an ornamental blade. A true treasure. Mayhaps someone found it at the creek bottom, sold it at the market, and from there it found its way to some criminal hand. If there's any clues to be had, they'll be at the market. We'll do well to ask the city's shopkeepers what they know, but I can't ask them all on my own. Will you aid me in this, friend? Sure, I have nothing better to do. So then I am in your debt. Come, let us talk to who is to visit what shops once we are outside the burial chamber. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk to Grenfar first, and then we'll go to the market, I suppose. Then we have to see what we have to make for them. I'll see to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Sesuruka and Popo Kuli, you take the Ruby Road Exchange. So as for you, friend, pay a visit to Esfame's Aesthetics. It's owned by Lord Lolorito after all. Someone there may know something of the path it's taken since it left his hands. Interesting, interesting. Bye. Whoa. Right, so where is the place? Where is it close to? Goldsmith's Guild. Okay, so let's go there. It's like, but wait, there's more. Let's go that way. So by the stars, if it isn't good old Mithrie, what brings you to us today? So Heartstrike, now that is a name I've not heard in many a moon. But I can assure you that never in the past was Heartstrike the prize of a thief. Although I do recall, yes, it was once sought after by some burgling never-do-well or another. Unbeknownst to he or she, however, the blade they made off with was a fake commissioned from a talented adventurer. The true Heartstrike had since lost whatever magical powers it may have had. Once word of that spread, its price on the market plummeted to little more than that counterfeit itself. It is for that reason that the decision was made to sell it to the merchant and Sobert. Even so, I venture our dear Nelfresna is still held tight in the grip of its curse. To think one of our very own and one of Esfame's very finest. Oh, my poor Nelfresna. So, Mithrie, are you there? Please, you must come to Frondale's Frostistery right away. Something dire has happened to Grenfar. Whoa. So, oh my, you look as though you have to be somewhere else. Please, please, take your leave of me. If there is aught you need, please do not hesitate to ask again. Okay, so let's go. We need to go to the Alchemist Guild. So let's do it. Alchemist Guild, go. So it's terrible, Mithrie. Grenfell was attacked and stabbed. I am told that his wounds are grievous. And it would appear he wounded his assailant in turn. We have no idea who it was, but we have a blood trail leaving the scene of the crime. We would simply follow the blood trail straight to our attacker, but it has been wiped clean in places, quite deliberately. You're an alchemist, are you not? You must ask your guild's great Severian what he would do. By what alchemy can we follow the blood trail that is no more? We will wait for you at the site of Grenfell's assault. Eyes on the road to the Pearl Lane and Gold Core. Bring us what we need. Yeah, I mean, a blood trail should leave something that we can track. Like, I don't think you can wipe blood clean completely so quickly. So, a friend of yours was attacked, you say? Do tell. I see. So the blood left behind is only the parcel of evidence you have in your hope to identify the assailant, and it has been most conveniently and tidily tended to, leaving you unable to give pursuit. And this is why you have come to me, yes? Well, you were right to do so. The alchemical accolades I have acquired are not without merit, mind you. They are given precisely for my expertise in solving such scenarios, with the greatest of ease. Did that rhyme? I believe it did. It would appear that I am a great poet as I am a scientist. So, shall we let class begin then? Lesson number 1. Once spilled, blood cannot be completely removed from any surface. It may appear gone to the naked eye, but there are chemical components of blood that remain stalwart. And those components can be made to dance before the mortal eye once more through use of a concoction known as luminol. It serves as a catalyst to trigger luminescence reaction in any sanguine spillage. Come, I will provide you with the ingredients. This was asked of you by Popaculi of Amagina and Sons, a worthy client indeed. Best not keep him waiting. Deliver the laminate to him with all haste before it's too late and your criminal too far. I dare say this case is leading you closer and closer to the fires of truth, but take care to lest the flames burn you on your approach. I'll abide nothing to happen to you when you've so much work yet to do here. Cool. So let's drink a Rooney. And let's see. Luminol. Is that the right one? Luminol ingredients. Cool. Synthesize. So let's use our trusty macro for 80 durability. So we're getting there, we're getting there. I can't wait until I'm all 70. It's so close. So close, but so far. And at the end of the day, even if they get all to 69 shortly, I will then have to, like, do 10 million gil in each skill. Sorry, 10 million EXP on each one. Which will take a while. But so close. Alright. Right. So let's take it. We have to go to there. So let's teleport to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and go from there. So Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Go. Right, so let's carry on. And guys, if you like the video and content I make on YouTube, remember to subscribe. Okay, here he is. So this is the spot where Grenfell came under attack. Oh, I can't wait to catch whoever did this. I'm going to do things to this person. Unspeakable things. Lol. So, luminol. So it says, when applied to an object that has recently been in contact with blood, this alchemical admixture will change color. So, you've brought me what I asked for, then let us waste no more time. Cool. So look there, there was a blood trail wiped away. It glows, it leads towards the Sapphire Avenue exchange. So, the chase is on. Okay, let's go. So the blood trail glows an astral blue and leads to the north. The blood trail glows an astral blue and leads to the northeast. The blood trail glows astral blue and leads to the Sapphire Exchange. Okay. So let's talk to him. We've got a lead, Mithrie. The merchant claims to have seen an unsavory fellow with an open wound. Indeed I did. He had blood flowing from a gash on his hand. I told him to make for the fornestery for treatment, but he simply purchased a salve for his wound and made off towards the Gate of Foul. Then let us follow. Come, Mithrie. With you and your liquid magic, we'll sniff this cur out wherever he goes. Right. I guess there's no point examining them all. Let's keep going. Oh, hello. Ah, there they are. Are they inside this random building, perhaps? Perchance. So, there you are, Mithrie. Thanks to the brew of yours, we found our attacker's den. It looks to be this lettered warehouse. I've spoken with the master here, and he says his warehouse is let by a merchant named Sobert. Is that name known to you? So what is the same as the merchants who purchased Heartstrike from Estame's Aesthetics? That could only mean that Grandfather was attacked to interfere with us investigating these corpses. Oh, now I'm getting angry. Thanks to this mongrel running, we were able to grab it by the tail. Now all that remains is to trap him. Susuruka, take word to the Brass Blades. I'll stay posted to make sure nobody slips by. Consider it done. So, and you, Mithrie, get some rest. We could be in for a battle of attrition here if our quarry stays in this hole. Cool. So let's get competence. Let's do it. So I guess we'll bring this all to a close at level 70. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.